Welcome to this video walk round of this 1936 Hillman Minx Magnificent, and she certainly does look magnificent in the sunshine. So I'm going to walk you around the car. I'm going to show you all the good bits and the bad bits, and then you can make your own mind up whether this is a car you'd like to buy. So first off, at the front, this is not the original radiator grille. When she was restored by a previous owner, the grille was in bad shape, I guess, but this is a grille that's been fabricated, so it is not actually the original. You can see the emblem on the front, which says HQRMCHDIV. That stands for Headquarters Royal Marines Chatham Division. We believe from the research a previous owner has done that she was based down at Chatham Docks during the Second World War, and she was used as a staff car to ferry the officers around. And she's also got the RN for the Royal Navy there. She has got a crank handle, but you don't need to use that because she has a pull button start. So a couple of points to mention here at the front. She has got a slight crack in the chrome trim there at the front, and there are some little rust spots just starting to appear on this hinge down the centre of the bonnet. You can see that she's got the blackout headlight shroud, which was used during wartime, and she's got the white outline, which was also painted on vehicles at that time, so they were easier to see. So moving around this side, she's got cross-ply tyres on. They're all in very good shape. They're Waymaster premiums, and they do have tubes inside, so there's 4 matching tyres. Plenty of tread on those. Just looking at the roof, I'll just show you. She has had a rubber panel fitted to the roof by the previous owner when she was restored, because originally these had wax canvas pullback sunroofs, and obviously they don't fare too well when you're 88 years old, so that's been replaced and that doesn't leak. So just coming down to the doors, apologies for the wind noise. There's a few bubbles starting to come through on the bottom of the door. The other side is similar. I'll show you underneath in a little while, so you can see that she's in really good order underneath as well. So moving around the back, again the Royal Navy emblem and the HQRM detail there. This is the crest of the Royal Marines. We have fitted lights, indicators and brake lights front and back, and we've disconnected the little semaphore things that stick out at the side, just because modern motorists don't understand what they are. So just for safety, she has got lights fitted. So along this side, the number on the door is not the original number that she did have. When she was restored by a previous owner, the guy was an ex-Marine, so that's actually his number on the door. but we do have some photographs showing the number. It began with an M, so I have got some photographs of that I'll show you. So as I said, a few little bubbles just on the bottom of this door. These little flaps here are your air conditioning, so they just open outwards. We do get asked what this means. I believe from ex-mate Lowe's it means roll on my final tot, or roll on my final 12, because they signed up for 12 years. There are a few alternative versions which I can't say because I'm a lady, but yeah, that's what that means. So I'll take you inside now for a look around on the interior. So just a little detail there, the tax disc showing that she's been used for war service. Nice little touch. And then inside you can see that the interior is in very good condition. This was also restored by a previous owner. I can show you some pictures of what it did look like. The door cards are all very good as well, if I can get my head out of the way. So there's the back seat. Quite comfortable seats as well. Very springy. Okay, so on the dash, in this little cubby hole here, you can see that we've fitted a 6-volt voltage meter and also a cigarette lighter, which is great for charging your phone. A little bit of modern comfort there. There's also another tax disc there. So this is the start pull, ignition, lights. So the gauges, the speedo works fine, the oil pressure works fine. I would not rely on the petrol gauge, however. It always shows quarter full, no matter how much petrol you've got in. So that's just something to be aware of. This is the handle that winds the windscreen out if you want extra ventilation. The rear mirror just wobbles about a lot actually, so it's not much use. You've got your windscreen wipers here, but again, with one tiny windscreen wiper, it's quite an adventure going anywhere if it's raining. There's your choke. Handbrake down here. She's a 4-speed plus reverse. And I just want to show you, there is a crack on this steering wheel here, and we have got a new steering wheel to replace it. Well, an old new steering wheel, but we just haven't had time to put that on, so that's included in the sale. So I'll just quick show you of the headlining, which is in good condition. She's even got an interior light. One little added extra is this piece of carpet, which is in the footwell, has been signed by racing legend Sir Jackie Stewart. We met him at the Classic Car Show in 2016, and he came by the stand where this Hillman was on display. So we met him, spoke to him, and he signed this floor mat. So driver's seat is in good condition. I'll just show you the steering wheel on this side. You can see, I think there is a chunk missing there, I'm not sure. But anyway, like I said, we've got a new steering wheel to replace that. Another little cubby hole here for bits and bats. And we have fitted an indicator stalk with the lights that I mentioned earlier. And there is a little light here so you know when your indicators are on. So as I said, these are the old semaphore switches on the hub there, so those are disconnected. Okay, I'll just jump in the back and show you the little storage area behind the back seat. Okay, so just in the back, if you pull this seat back down, there's a little storage area here. All of these items are included, so there's just a little towel there to wipe her off when she's wet. There's the Royal Navy ensign flag, an old vintage one, which is nice. There's a vintage Royal Navy hammock, which is just nice if you want to just sit on the grass so you've gone to an event. A magnetic sign to go on the back, just to remind people who are a bit impatient following you that she is an old girl and that she's slower than modern traffic. And there's a steering wheel anti-theft device there as well. You can just see there the spare wheel poking through this canvas, and I'll show you in the boot now. Okay, so this is the key for the boot. Just turn that a quarter turn, and then this should lift off. Okay, so there's the spare wheel. There's a spare pack of gaskets, drip trays, I think there's a bottle jack and some wheel brace and a warning triangle and all that kind of good stuff in there, in case of any breakdowns, but I'm not saying that's going to happen. So that is the boot. Oh, I did forget to mention one thing at the side. There are some scratches on the windows, on the back windows, and I think this is where the previous owner restored her. The windows go down to this point here, and obviously as they've been rubbing down the bodywork, they've just caught the glass. So just to make you aware that there are some scratches on the back windows. Okay, so that's the outside. So this is a tool roll. It's a replica wartime one, dated 1943, as you can see. All of these tools are included. It's just good to have these with you in case of emergencies. So this is a tool roll, so it all rolls up and it usually goes behind the seat, the back seat. Those are the keys. So you've got a key for the anti-lock, anti-theft device that goes on the steering wheel. This little tiny thing here is the ignition key, and then you've got 2 door keys. Here's the replacement steering wheel that I mentioned. So you can see that that's absolutely perfect on the back there. That's ready to be fitted. In this packet here we have got some spare gaskets. These actually came with the car. Just to let you know that these signatures here are Mike Brewer and Ed China, who we met at the Classic Car Show in 2016. So those are their signatures. These are the spare gaskets. Goodness knows what these are for, to be honest. But there's some sort of card ones in there, and then there's a whole host of gaskets there. Probably engine, spare windscreen wiper, and then in here there's a brand new copper one. These are some of the original manuals and handbooks that we've got, and these have proved invaluable actually to help service the car. It tells you how to set up everything basically, so that's a really useful little handbook. And then we've got sort of instruction book for the general maintenance, like an owner's manual, and then this is the service manual. This one's really handy. So just mark this page here, so it gives you all the data. You know, if you're doing any kind of work, it's almost like the Haynes manual of its day. So that kind of shows you everything you'll need to work on it. We've also got like full lubrication diagrams, we've got electrical diagrams, you know, all of this we've preserved as much as we can. So lots of there's a wiring diagram, lots of information which will be useful to keep her on the road.
Right, so the engine was rebuilt a few years back and she's been converted to run on unleaded, so that's already been done. We've spent over the last 12 months over £1,000 on redoing a lot of the electrics. So we've had the dynamo, which was a 3-brush dynamo, that's been converted to a 2-brush dynamo. The
regulator?
Yeah, sorry. The regulator has been altered to an electronic regulator now. It's got electronic points, new HT leads, new distributor. The carburetor has been completely stripped, cleaned. The exhaust manifold was removed and has been ceramic coated. It's got a full stainless steel front to back, 2 silencers. And that's,
spare battery.
Yep, spare battery, new coil.
Let's go around the other side. You can adjust the idle speed inside. It was the little pull button above the choke. But she runs really nicely. Drives well. Right, so let's take a look underneath. I'm on the passenger side at the moment. This is the front. See the stainless steel exhaust. Chassis rails are in good condition. Moving along to the back. Let's take a look at the sills. Now at the back, so there's the petrol tank. Okay, so driver's side. So the last thing I want to show you is all the documentation that we've got. So there's just tons of receipts here for all the work that's been done to her, all the money that's been lavished on her. The V5 document, and you can see that that is in my husband's name. We acquired the vehicle in 2016, and she's had 6 former keepers. There's even the old 1960s logbook here with stamps in of previous owners. So that's a nice little extra. We've got lots more brochures and marketing stuff from when, you know, she was new. You just can't get hold of this stuff now. It's really nice to see more electrical diagrams and stuff about tyres. So yeah, that's all nice to have. And then here we've got a registration valuation for her number plate, which you can see is valued at £1,500 just for the number plate. And a previous owner got that, so that's a few years old now, so it's probably even more. And I did mention some photographs of when she was restored. So this is the original number that she had on the door, which is M3685, I think that is. So this is what she looked like, and then during the restoration she's been rubbed down to sort of a bare metal restoration project. There's the roof, you can see it was all removed and it's now got that rubber patch on there. This is the original interior, so you can see the leather was pretty shot. And this is the previous owner that did all of this restoration work to her. And here is a newspaper clipping of that owner, and he is an ex-Marine, and he was the one that did the search into her history during World War II. I think he's passed away now since, but that's all the paperwork with her, so you can see that it's all in order.